Hey guys, and welcome back to Good Earth Homestead and Eden's Angora. Today I just wanted to film a quick video outlining my weekly grooming routine with each of my rabbits. Now this does not include blowing them out, which I also do weekly, and I will make another video on that topic. But this is just kind of a cover all your bases weekly grooming routine that will help you keep your rabbits in tip-top shape. Now there's only 3 tools that I use for this. It's a little slicker brush that has protective plastic tips on the ends of the metal bristles, and then a nice comb. This is a flea comb and it's really nicely spaced. Really, it's personal preference as to the spacing of your comb, but I like a nice tight comb. And third, any kind of large nail clippers. Maybe they're human nail clippers. Most of the time I use cat nail clippers, but I can't seem to find them today. So let's go get Yogi and I will demonstrate my technique for you. Okay, so this is Mr. Yogi Bear, Mr. Yogi Bun, my sable steel German Angora stud. He's absolutely amazing. And he was bred by Kristen Kaufman. She's not breeding right now, so she's entrusted her stock to me, but he is so nice. Love his type, and he is a very rare sable steel color. Anyway, enough bragging about Yogi. I failed to mention that you might want to get your Gimmers clippers out and just keep them handy as a 4th grooming tool, just in case you find any mats. Hopefully, if you're doing this weekly, you won't find any, but watch me eat my words when I find one on Yogi. So I start out with just a general look over. And the other purpose of grooming weekly like this is that it keeps your rabbits handleable, used to being taken out and being looked over. It's very important. Hopefully you're letting them out to play in play pens if you're a smaller scale breeder, doing the best you can if you're a larger scale breeder. But this additional time, just them and you, where they're not smelling any other rabbits on you, is, I think, really important. And it's the reason why I limit how many Angoras I have, because I, at the very most, want to be grooming 1 buck and 1 doe every day, because I don't want the bucks smelling other bucks or the does smelling other does. And for me, it's important to groom them every week, so that both me and the rabbit have an enjoyable experience. You can easily groom German Angoras once a month, but you're gonna run into a lot more mats, and the grooming experience is gonna be a little more frustrating for you and your rabbit. So for their sake and your sake, I recommend grooming them once a week, handling only 1 buck and 1 doe, or 1 buck or 1 doe if you have that number of rabbits, per grooming session as well. Now I'm not talking about babies, because babies, they don't mind each other so much, but mature breeding animals, sometimes it can be a little bit difficult to get them to tolerate each other's smells on you. So apparently I need new clippers. That's embarrassing. So I'm not gonna clip behind Yogi's ears today, but that is something I recommend. Can't do it. Okay, well, this is a very real video, isn't it? So I'm gonna have to replace my clippers because I've used them a lot. But I like to clip behind their ears once it starts to get to a certain length. But for today, I'll just comb it out. That's the first thing that I check. The tips of the ears, make sure they're all in order, and behind the ears where there tend to be a lot of mats. Now next, I'm gonna check Yogi's cheeks, and I'm gonna brush them out 1 layer after another. I just slowly let the hair or the wool fall down from the cheek so that I can get through all of the layers. They are a very thick wooled rabbit. Next, I'm just gonna part his wool to the skin and check on it. Man, he's got incredible crimp. I'm gonna check on, make sure he doesn't have any skin issues going on, and then really quick go over him with this brush. Now, if you brush your Angoras too often, it can actually create neps and mats because it can split the fur. It can split the wool. I don't know what you'd call it. The wool shaft, let's call it that. They can split the wool shaft and kind of create split ends that then will tangle together, and that's not good. So you don't want to brush them too often. Yogi's gonna lose patience with me real quick. Okay, but they tend to get a lot more issues on their hind end. So that's something, again, we want to pull up all the layers of wool and then brush them out one at a time, slowly letting those layers fall down. And that is good enough for Mr. Yogi on this side. I mean, he looked like a prince when we first got him out, right? So this is just, he's just over the top fabulous now. Okay, now Yogi is not at all a patient rabbit, so we are going to do this as quickly as possible. But now it's time to get the underside of him. So we're gonna flip him over, and I know people that can use the table for this, but I always have a very hard time with getting my rabbits to stay on the table. Maybe if I had a little form that I put them in or something like that, it would go better. But for me, my lap works a lot better. We don't want any rabbits flipping off the table and hurting themselves or hurting you. And Yogi is one that he loses patience quickly, and he can get a little violent at times. Now, I do recommend that you're a little firm with your rabbits. Now, they are a prey animal and obviously require a very gentle hand, but these little suckers can get quite vicious. Not necessarily Angoras. Angoras are very, very calm, but even they have their moments, and I don't put up with bad behavior while I'm grooming. It's just not safe for me or for them. If they're acting up and then they get cut, like, that's on me, you know, that's on my conscience. So I am very firm. You can see I'm tucking his ears between my knees, and I'm saying, no, you're gonna stay where I put you, because that's the only safe place. Now, if your rabbit kicks and squirms and gets out of position, just very firmly put them back in that position. They don't get to choose when they're getting up. Now, I can feel that Yogi's getting tense, so I'm just gonna reposition him, let him know, hey, buddy, you're not in control of this show, it's me. And definitely brush out their hind end as much as you can get to it, but be careful with these brushes, and male rabbits especially. You don't want to get too close to his family jewels, or he's not going to be too happy about that. I'm just going to recheck his ears and then brush out the bottoms of his feet very gently. Now, on one of my better behaved rabbits, I would be holding the feet with both hands, but with Yogi, he's still young, he's still testing boundaries, and we need another hand on him, and you might have to just do it one-handed. Okay, so that's the kind of thing I'm talking about. He's getting very angry, and we're just gonna say simply no. Simply, that's a no. We don't have to get too physical with him. Obviously, you wouldn't want to do that, but he needs a firm no. Now I'm gonna clip his nails, which is another thing I do very regularly, and it helps keep us safe, especially with a younger rabbit or one that's testing boundaries like Yogi here. It's important to have those sharp, razor sharp claws taken care of. Okay, so hopefully this is all making sense, and I wanted to try to keep this video short, so I'm gonna just talk to you as we go, that if you have any questions about what I'm doing, please leave them in the comments below. I would love to do like live Q&A grooming sessions, but I know that we all have different schedules and I'm not sure exactly how something like that would work. So the way I thought I would handle it is if you leave your questions down below, I can answer them in my next grooming video, whenever that is for me. So now we're gonna take Yogi into his back feet and hold him in what's called the football hold. And this hold might work better for you for brushing him to some degree too. Just do what's comfortable for you and what's comfortable for your rabbit. It does take quite a lot of sessions to earn your rabbit's trust, or they might always be a booger, but we love them anyway. Okay, so now we've got his razor sharp talons taken off. And he did very good. Now that wasn't a very long session. Sorry about that. It was only about 11 minutes and he's completely done. He's groomed, he doesn't have mats, he's in prime shape. So aside from getting let out to play and his weekly blowout session with our blower, he's all good. Thank you so much for watching me and Yogi. And stay tuned for more grooming videos, more Angora care videos. I know that that's what you guys want to see now. You want to see more rabbits. So we are going to do that. A lot of times when I take my rabbits out, it's my time with my rabbits and I jealously guard it. But I'll try to share them a little more with you. Like I said, drop any questions down below and I will handle those in my next grooming video. Take care, guys. Bye.